Hi everybody. So I decided to get back on, y'all. I had to light me some sage before I had this discussion. Woo, y'all, I lit some sage here. Okay, we're gonna get started in a minute. So I decided, y'all, this my tongue is tied. Woo, the energy, y'all. The energy right now. But Krampus, we're gonna talk about some signs as to why, like how to know you have Krampus sickness. Y'all, I feel so much negative energy coming through. Woo, y'all. Let me go ahead and get this sage. I like sage. You don't gotta burn sage. You can light a white candle. You know, you can put some alchemy sounds on or whatever you want to do. But I want to talk a little bit about some signs that you got Krampus sickness. Okay. Now, one of the signs is that you often have like what I call missing time. Okay. So some of you may end up wasting your own time and you don't know. So some of y'all may say, well, it feels like I was abducted by aliens or I just like froze. I kept like freezing. I kept falling into trances for no reason, coming out with an empty imagination, even though I'm falling into trances. Okay, that is really true when it gets into talking about Krampus. Okay, because the a type of Krampus sickness can make you have a wipeout. Like suddenly you're not where Anubis is. You're not necessarily in purgatory, but you're not here either. You're kind of like in between worlds. Okay? You really can get stuck in between worlds. A lot of people don't realize that. You can literally be stuck where the veil is, where you're not sure like whether you want to be in purgatory or you want to go towards the light or you want to be in this world. So you could have some sort of Krampus sickness. That often comes from someone manipulating your energy, like someone keeping you on an emotional roller coaster, or with clarity, not clarity, or with a false clarity, or the clarity you got is being whooped and distorted. This is why you got to be careful with social groups that you're in. You know, if you're in the same type of toxic social group, it can actually at some point put you in that type of energy where you're feeling like you want to take a leap, but you never quite take the leap. You're just kind of like, like on standby, like that beat tone where you're like, beep, like you got your own self on hold. Like your mind is on hold. Like you're in a stalemate with your own soul movement. Like there's some sort of stale, stagnant energy. If you keep following yourself, finding that you're falling back into a stagnant energy with no explanation, and you just have this anxiety, but it's like you don't know where it came from. You could have been in a very crampy situation where you didn't have enough freedom, like your spirit wasn't free enough. You could have actually been in a cell smaller than a jail cell, energetically and spiritually. So your it's kind of like like stockholder syndrome. It's kind of like you're putting your own self mentally into that state because it has started to feel like it's safe. It's a false feeling of feeling safe. You're like the brain has gotten, the brain is in this panic mode. Like, so it's like, okay, I'm not even doing nothing. I'm not moving you forward. I'm not moving you back. I'm just kind of keeping you in a indecisive type of state of being. Because I'm scared to move, scared to go back. Because when I moved on, it was It was, it was toxic people. And when I moved backwards, it was toxic people. And when I try to go where I was familiar, it was toxic. So the brain is like kind of like, oh, I'm not even going to I'm not even going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to just let this body just stay here in some sort of limbo. So, and when I say Krampus sickness, I mean where there's been too much energy, too much unwanted energy invading in your boundaries, overstepping your boundaries too often on a regular. And we know that can like, it can just make you be like, well, you're beyond introspection. You've gone beyond dark night of the soul. You're just kind of like in this real protective energy so much that you just literally have become totally stagnant. So that's one of the signs that you have got Krampus sickness. That you need to be more free. You need to be 10 times freer, possibly than you've been before you got thrown into that sort of cycles where you're just stagnant over and over and over again. You probably need to just stop being so much on the grind, or no more catering to people, no more. You got to kind of be a little bit more self-absorbed for a while, and just um, do a whole bunch of fun stuff. Just find a whole bunch of fun things to do that will get you out of that type of sickness, of Krampus type of sickness, where you're kind of like, I don't know what to do. Somebody tell me what to do. I'm scared to do it on my own. I'm scared to make up my own mind. The brain will always be more than willing to come out of that state when you're going to do something fun. So make a list, a few things of what's fun to do, and do a couple of those things every day, and that will kind of heal your mind from being scared to make a life-based survival move. Your brain will say, okay, I'm now ready to make smarter decisions. I'm ready to move you in other areas of your life. I know some of y'all may think that's backwards, that having fun can actually help you to get freedom in other areas of your life, but it can. We weren't meant to just be like work, or dealing with toxic family members all the time. We wasn't meant to be doing that. So taking that leap, of just leaping into fun, where there's like no deadlines, no one you're serving, you're just doing to be fun, you're not trying to please nobody, you don't care if anyone comes along. That will help you to get out of that that type of energy where you just keep on getting stuck over and over again, not being productive in any way, not even in a fun way. You'll get out of that energy. Hi, everybody. Okay. Um, so the second, we're talking about signs that you have Krampus sickness. Okay. Um, you cannot seem to accept. Um, you cannot accept your failures, like what you consider failures. Let me explain. When you are dealing with Krampus type of people or situations, it make you feel like you got to be perfect, that you always got to be on. Toxic people treat you that way. Like you're not allowed to have less, do less, have flaws, make mistakes. It does make you start to have that feeling where you just can't accept any failures, or any mistakes you make. Um, One way to overcome that is to not see it as something that requires a good result. Just look at it like something that you just feel like you got to do. No more like trying to manifest a good end result. No, like some good, some prize at the end. Just no longer do that, because when you do that, when you say, well, I expect me and my family to all get along, soon as they tell you you're not good enough, then you can't, then you say, I can't accept it because I had intended on pleasing everybody. So don't set no end result. Have no idea of the end result. Don't even think of an end result. Don't even think of a good end result. Don't even care. Like, just say, okay, these people's over here, and I'm dealing with this social group, and that's it. I'm not even thinking of it turning out good. I'm just doing it because I have to do it. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi. Okay, so third sign that you may have Krampus sickness. Now this is a weird one. A lot of people don't notice it, but when your eyes and your head feel heavy, when you feel very foggy, even though you're fasting, you don't eat a lot of sugar, your diet is healthy, you're getting some sleep, but you're just staying. It's almost like your eyeballs are sitting very low in your head. Um, sometimes like toxic people, they don't cause you the emotional depression. You just have the physical depression where your body responds like it's depressed even if you don't feel the depression yet. So I know that sounds really weird, but that's how I realized that I was depressed and I didn't know I was depressed. Like, when it didn't matter how many vitamins I took, how healthy I ate, how much sleep, my eyeballs and my head just kept feeling low because I was receiving so much toxic energy. It got to the point where the toxicity was even like causing my glasses to not work, like the toxic energy. So even though I was doing things that was making me happy, I was living a peaceful, quiet day. I still had this very weird fume toxicity in my third eye. You know, Krampus type people, they always got something to say about your life, your image, what you look like. Krampus type people can be very overly critical of you, even with their thoughts. That does affect your third eye. It does affect your crown chakra. So, your crown chakra may not be brilliant because of their toxic talk to you about you or what other people are thinking about you, family members and loved ones, or any mental battle they're keeping you in. So if you're doing all you can and you just can't get rid of this your crown sitting so low and foggy and down to your nose, you have some sort of Krampus sickness. I noticed that when I would be on video on here and toxic people would come in attacking me, I would feel this sickening type pressure in my head. Would let me know, would let me to realize is that I was a tremendous receiver of energy, including the toxic energy, the Krampus type of energy, where people are cranky and crabby and entitled, acting entitled and disrespectful and narcissistic. That because I'm a worldly person, that energy was still getting into my crown. So what I do is I do white light therapy because it's easier to get rid of that Krampus type foggy, misty feeling in your head, low pressure when you're living in a sunny place. But I don't live in a sunny place. I live where it's a lot of cloudy. We don't get a lot of sunny days. Our light is not that bright here. Our sky's not that bright. So I do white light therapy. And it's really important to do that after you have a party or a gathering or you're around like a lot of Krampus type people. So burn a white candle and pray. Close your eyes and pray and imagine that you're meeting with like high-ranking angels, and they're clearing out your third eye, your crown chakra. That way you can get rid of that pressure. Hi everybody. Okay, so this was your bonus video. Some of y'all really enjoyed the last video. Um, one way to help with that Krampus sickness of feeling like your brain is sitting on your throat, your eyes is sitting in your throat, or up in your cavity. You feel your eye, the strength of your eyes is so low. One way to do that is to take better care of your throat chakra. Consider having a vow of silence, a few days where you're not really listening to people and you're not really talking to people. That's going, and you're not wearing your glasses either. You're just allowing the natural light to come through you, the light of outside and the sounds of nature to kind of to heal your crown and your throat chakra. And you're doing breath work. Because when you breathe, the air does go up into your crown as well. So you're just clearing out. You're doing breath work, like being a breatharian for a couple days, to clear out the fog that Krampus type people put there through their voice. When Krampus people talk, toxic family members, that air is coming out of their mouth and you're breathing it in. I mean, just think about that. When they say negative stuff, when they're being real low vibration and they're talking low vibration, you're breathing it in if you're in the room. So you need to blow out their toxicity. But imagine that you're also is coming out of your brain. Their toxicity is coming out of your eyes, so that you can get rid of that type of Krampus type sickness. That's one that I've had to battle with for a while, on and off. Only way I found a way to keep that at bay is to literally, for the first few hours of my day, really don't listen to nobody. Really don't talk. I don't even talk to family members. I don't check text messages, phone calls, or nothing. A lot of people are low key Krampus as well. Some people show up and they're acting like they're not Krampus. Meanwhile, they are. And when you are a medium, you will naturally still know, energetically that person is a Krampus person. So this was your bonus video. Thank you very much. If you'd like to send an appreciation donation, you can send it to my Cash App at #Coach V Hunter. Or you can send it to my PayPal. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye.